Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charleston, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, and entertainment, and when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. In today's episode, we got a pretty interesting one for you guys. So make sure you go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. Anyway, let me get into this topic here because I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. Now, I'm sure everyone is aware of the disappointing season that the Los Angeles Lakers went through last season. And at this point, I think we're all trying to figure out who to pass blame to, and there was a lot of blame to go around, right? A lot of blame. But one of those players, one of the culprits or whatever, should definitely be Anthony Davis, right? Anthony Davis got a lot of blame for the Lakers season last year. Initially, when the Lakers acquired AD, there was a lot of optimism surrounding that acquisition. And to be fair, AD lived up to his contract and he lived up to the obligations, to the obligations that, that were put on him. And he helped that team, capture their 17th championship banner, and he played big. There's just no two ways about it. And I actually thought that season that Anthony Davis should have been the defensive player of the year, but obviously it went to Giannis Antetokounmpo. But I thought he was more deserving of that award, and he was huge. And some people were even arguing whether or not he deserved to be Finals MVP over LeBron James. But since his debut season with the Los Angeles Lakers, Anthony Davis has been on the decline, if we're going to be honest about it. And he's been in and out of the lineup, and a lot of that has to do with injuries. Just last season, Anthony Davis missed 42 games. Think about this, 42 games, more than 50% of the season last year due to injuries. And a lot of people were questioning his workout regimens, his diet, his training, all of these different things. But it was some comments that he made a few months ago, or just over a month ago, that really drew some more criticism in his direction. But before we get into those comments, before we go any further, this video is brought to you by Aura, who is the official sponsor of this video and the official sponsor of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Do you know what the fastest growing crime in America is today? It's identity theft. Imagine trying to log into your email only to see that your password has been changed. Then you start getting weird notifications from your bank and credit cards, only to find out that all of your personal and sensitive information has been totally compromised. If you think it can happen to you and your family, just know that in 2020, over 49 million Americans were victims to identity theft, costing them a combined $56 billion. That is why we are excited to partner with Aura, who's the sponsor of this video. Aura is the #1 identity theft and financial fraud protection. Aura monitors the dark web and alerts you if any of your passwords and accounts have been breached. And funny enough, after using Aura, I discovered some of my credentials were floating around in the dark web, and the app showed me exactly when and where the breach happened. In addition, Aura allows you to set spending alerts, and they'll notify you of any suspicious transactions. Aura is 4 times faster than any of its competitors in alerting you if someone is trying to open a credit card or obtain a loan using your name. And remember this, every 14 seconds, someone becomes a victim of identity fraud. Don't let it happen to you. Now click the link in the description and try Aura for free for 2 weeks and see if any of you or your family's personal information has been compromised. Start your free trial at aura.com/dreamerspro. And when you try Aura by using the link in the description below, also know that you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So before we go any further, take a listen to what AD said, his summer plans usually look like. Take a listen to that.
I haven't shot a basketball since April 5th.
Like where you actually shot a basketball?
Probably like April 5th.
It was those comments that drew a considerable amount of criticism towards Anthony Davis, right? A lot of it, especially from, former athlete and current, analyst on FS1 Fox Sports 1, Shannon Sharp. He was really, really annoyed by what Anthony Davis had to say. But today, I stumbled upon a social media post via sportsrush.com of his trainer essentially putting out a post or a tweet or whatever you want, a social media post, let's just call it that, where he seemed to be basically trying to silence some of Anthony Davis's critics. And this is what he had to say. Anthony Davis has been locked in. Training every day at 4:50 a.m. is what it takes. After 400 makes, free throws are key. To be the best, if you need to be up before the rest. More work to be done this summer. stay locked in. Hashtag NBA. Hashtag lethal shooter, which is his name on which is his name, I believe it is on Twitter. So here are my thoughts. I think Laker fans, if I'm being totally honest with you, are beyond these social media posts. I personally think that Laker fans could care less at this point, if I'm being totally honest with you. What I believe Laker fans are most interested in is AD's health and his production on the basketball court. I think really that's what Laker fans are preoccupied with, if I'm being honest with you. I think Laker fans want to see Anthony Davis this season be healthy and play at least 70 games for the Lakers in order to give them a chance this year. I think they also want to see an uptick in his production, in his numbers. If you look at Anthony Davis's numbers, just to give you guys his numbers at a glance. For instance, last season, in the 40 games that Anthony Davis played, he scored 23.2 points per game, shot 53% from the field. He shot 18.6% from the three-point line, 71% from the free throw line. I'm assuming that's why the guy said, lethal shooter said, free throw shooting is essential. He got 9.9 rebounds, 3.1 assists, 1.2 steals, and 2.3 blocks. But a lot of his numbers were not impactful, right? The season prior to that, Anthony Davis scored 21.8 points per game. He only played 36 games that season. He shot 49% from the field. He shot 26% from the three-point line, 73.8% from the free throw line. Got you a 7.9 rebounds, 3.1 assists, 1.3 steals, and 1.6 blocks. Anthony Davis's numbers since his first year with the Lakers have been on the decline. The last time Anthony Davis really stepped up was his first year, and in that season, he scored 26.1 points per game. He shot 50% from the field, 33% from three, 84.6% from the free throw line, got you 9.3 rebounds, 3.2 assists, 1.5 steals, and 2.3 blocks. Ever since then, his free throw shooting percentage is scoring, and his three-point shooting percentage has been going down, right? So I think Laker fans are beyond the social media posts. They're just, I think it doesn't move them. I don't think it elicits any type of emotional reaction from Laker fans. I think Laker fans want to see production. And I think in order for the Lakers to be better this season, Anthony Davis has to be better. He must be better for one simple reason. And that reason is this: the West is getting better. Phoenix is going to be there. We don't know what's going to happen with them. As you all know, Kevin Durant requested to be traded to them, but we don't know if that's actually going to be happen. So if that's actually going to happen, rather. So Phoenix is going to be there. The Clippers are going to be there. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George is going to come back. They recently acquired, John Wall. So the Clippers are going to be there. Of course, you have the Golden State Warriors who are going to be hungry to prove a point. And then you have teams like the Memphis Grizzlies and you have the Dallas Mavericks, right? So for the Lakers to be a top 4 seed in the Western Conference, Anthony Davis needs to be on his A game. Period. End of story. There's no two ways to say it. He needs to be healthy. He needs to be available for the majority of the games, meaning he needs to play at least 65 to 70 games this season, and he needs to play much better. He needs to be a force on the offensive side of the floor, but most importantly, he needs to be a force on the defensive side of the floor. He needs to be a force. He needs to be able to, he needs to rebound. He needs to at least be in double-digit rebounds. He should be somewhere around 24, 25 points per game, 10, 11 rebounds per game. Getting blocks, moving his feet, deterring shots. That's what the Lakers need, because even though, if the Lakers end up acquiring Kyrie Irving, it's going to help them tremendously on the offensive end and, erase some of the issues that Russell Westbrook presented. But still, the Lakers are number one issues on the defensive side of the floor. And when you have a defensive stalwart in Anthony Davis, he needs to be a real anchor for that defense, and he really needs to step up. And in order for him to do that, he needs to be healthy. So all of these social media posts, although they're great, they're fantastic, but I don't think it's going to move anyone. But I do think, however, that Anthony Davis's trainer is trying to change the narrative around AD. Right, because those comments that he made earlier in the playoffs did not sit well with a lot of people. Right, that includes fans and that includes some media personalities, and people were just like, you don't come out there and say that. Right, that's just not what people want to hear when you just came off a season where the team didn't even make it into the play-in tournament and you essentially missed 50% of the game. So to me, those are my thoughts on it. And the question is, the question to you guys is this: what do you think about the post that AD's trainer put up? And ultimately, how do you think AD performs this season? Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comment section, and we'll catch y'all on the next episode. Peace.